Food. We simply cannot survive without it. However, not all food can be prepared by anybody. Some foods that, if prepared incorrectly, might just be the last dish you will ever have in this life. Some foods are hazardous, yet they are still eaten. But what are some of these foods? Well, let's find out, shall we? Before we continue, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos just like this one. And with that, here are 8 foods that threaten your health. Fugu. Fugu is just the Japanese name for pufferfish. As much as it is sweet, this is one of the deadliest fish you can ever eat. However, that is only if it's cooked wrong or if the cooking procedure is messed up. Fugu is one of the most expensive delicacies in Japan. It's mainly served in restaurants that are among the finest in the country. People are always willing to pay more for the fugu's chef's license assurance. Yes, you need a license to cook this fish. When it comes to the toxicity of the fish, it has enormous amounts of the poison tetrodotoxin, mainly found in its organs. This toxin is more concentrated in the liver, the ovaries, the eyes, and the skin. The poison works as a sodium channel blocker. This is mainly because it paralyzes the muscles of the entire body. However, the victim is very conscious even as this is happening. Eventually, since the muscles are paralyzed, your respiratory system starts failing and the victim eventually dies after asphyxiation or suffocation. The fugu poison has no antidote. The primary treatments consist of supporting the respiratory and circulatory systems until the poison is fully metabolized and excreted from the victim's body. So, ensure that you have seen the fugu's chef's license when you want to try out the fugu fish. Ackee fruit. Some fruits are cooked as vegetables, and the ackee fruit is one of them. It mainly grows on evergreen trees and is available throughout the year. The fruit originates in Jamaica and has been revered as the national fruit. It primarily grows on a tropical evergreen tree native to West Africa. Now, as much as it is a fruit that can be used to cook, it is also hazardous. You see, the fruit is cooked when the pods are bright red. Before you can cook the fruit, you must ensure that the pods are bright red. Otherwise, you risk eating it when it's unripe, which can have dire consequences. When the unripe ackee fruit is ingested, it may result in a metabolic syndrome called Jamaican vomiting sickness. Some of the clinical symptoms include profuse vomiting, altered mental status, and even hypoglycemia. However, this is when it has been ingested in small amounts. It has been said to cause seizures and hypothermia in some severe cases. It may sometimes lead to the person being in a coma. In the most extreme cases, it may even cause death. The only way to get through this is with the supportive care with intravenous fluids and dextrose. So, the next time you come across the ackee fruit and want to cook it, follow the instructions. And if you're not sure, then consult with some of the locals. Sanakchi. People will probably order things like calamari whenever they visit a seafood restaurant. However, if you compare calamari with something like sanakchi, calamari is much better. Sanakchi is a Korean dish that is made with a live octopus. Yes, you heard that right, live octopus. The only thing done to it is being cut into pieces and then consumed. Sanakchi has even been given the term wriggling octopus. This is definitely not a fish for those who are squeamish diners. However, Consider the tentacles if you think this is an exciting experience. As with any octopus, the tentacles have suckers. Several deaths have been reported because of eating sanakji, as the suckers can get stuck inside your throat, and this causes you to choke and eventually give in to suffocation. However, if the dish has been prepared properly, there is no need to worry about the dangers. Another reason that people will avoid eating sanakji is animal cruelty. Octopuses, like any other animal, will feel pain. This is why many people prefer to eat octopuses that are already cooked and are no longer alive. Hakal. Hakal is a traditional Icelandic dish that, if not prepared correctly, is very poisonous. Basically, hakal is a fermented shark. It contains a large amount of ammonia and has a powerful smell. Some even say the scent is similar to most cleaning products. It is mainly served in cubes or toothpicks, and those new to the dish may even end up gagging involuntarily because of the strong smell. Hakal is made from the Greenland shark, which is poisonous when fresh. And this is because it has a very high concentration of urea and trimethylamine oxide. However, when it is appropriately processed, it is safe for consumption. When it comes to preparation, the shark is gutted and beheaded first. After that, a shallow hole is dug in gravelly sand, and the cleaned cavity is rested on a small mound of sand. The shark is then covered with sand and gravel, and stones are placed on the sand. This ensures that the pressure here pushes all the fluids out of the body. After that, the shark is left to ferment for 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the season. And then, the shark is cut into pieces and left to dry for months. During the process of drying, a brown crust develops, but it is removed before the fish is cut into pieces and served. It stinks, and people have even said it is the worst tasting food they have ever eaten. However, it is there, and it is poisonous if prepared wrongly. Cassava. Cassava, just like potatoes and yams, is a tuber crop. Now, cassava roots even have a similar shape to sweet potatoes. Apart from the fruit itself, some people also eat the cassava plant leaves. Now, cassava is one of the wealthiest and most affordable sources of carbohydrates. It can provide more calories per acre of the crop than any cereal grain can. This makes it beneficial when it comes to developing nations. Now, the preparation of cassava entirely depends on the part of the world that you are from. Some prefer baking it, boiling it, or even frying it in some instances. Some even prefer to ferment cassava before they can use it. It is very essential to peel the cassava before you eat it. And on that same note, you must never eat it raw. This is mainly because raw cassava contains naturally occurring forms of cyanide, which is very toxic when ingested. However, you can neutralize these compounds by soaking or cooking the cassava. Now, when you eat raw or incorrectly prepared cassava, it can have some severe side effects. Basically, think of any side effect that cyanide has on the body. That is the effect that raw cassava would have on you. So, ensure that it is ripe the next time you consume cassava. And not only that, but also make sure that you prepare it accordingly. Rhubarb. Rhubarb is a bright vegetable that is often found in jams and pies. However, it has a very dark side. Rhubarb leaves are considered inedible because of their high concentration of oxalic acid. In fact, it is said that the stalks and leaves all contain oxalic acid. but the leaves are more concentrated. Oxalic acid is a natural substance that is found in many plants. The problem with consuming a lot of oxalates, which is what makes the rhubarb leaves very poisonous, is that it may lead to a condition known as hyperoxaluria. This is when excessive oxalates are excreted in the urine. The long-term effect is that it may lead to the formation of kidney stones in the kidneys, and in extreme cases, it may lead to kidney failure. Other mild rhubarb leaf poisoning symptoms include vomiting and diarrhea, which eventually subside in a few hours. So, make sure you stay away from the leaves of this vegetable. They will kill you. Elderberries. Elderberries are primarily native to Canada and are commonly used in jams, pies, wines, teas, syrups, and even supplements. These berries are safe to eat when fully ripe and adequately cooked. The seeds, the stems, leaves, and roots are considered toxic. In all elderberry varieties, if any of these parts are ingested, it may lead to nausea and vomiting, even loose stools, and in extreme cases, a coma. This is because of a high cyanide-inducing glycoside in the plant. If this part is ingested, hospitalization is necessary to ensure they are okay. However, as much as it is a dangerous plant, it is also very healthy. You just have to prepare it properly, and you'll be good to go. The red kidney bean. Red kidney beans are one of the best sources of plant-based protein, fiber, and essential vitamins and minerals. However, when they are raw and undercooked, they are very rich in phytohemagglutinin. This is a toxic variety of lectin. What this variant of lectin does to your body is damage the gut wall, and it may even prevent it from absorbing other nutrients properly. Some poisoning symptoms from this toxin include diarrhea, abdominal pain and vomiting, and even headaches. To prevent yourself from being poisoned by this, make sure that you prepare your dried red kidney beans properly. This involves soaking for several hours and boiling for at least 10 minutes. In fact, it has been said that boiling for less than 10 minutes might make them even more dangerous than they already are. And there you have it. These are 8 of the most dangerous foods you can ever eat. Which one left you shocked the most? Feel free to let us know in the comments section below. Also, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content like this one. Thanks for watching.